What's up, gang? Case here with our CrossFit strength work for Friday, July 16th. 3x14 front squats, supersetting with 4 sets of a handstand complex. This is our performance week, so last week of this cycle. This will be our highest reps on front squats. We'll be dropping to lower number sets or lower reps per set starting next week for some max strength targeted movements for our upcoming cycle. So luckily you'll get to drop down from this high rep squats to lower rep squats at a little bit heavier weight starting next week. On your 3 sets of 14 today, do at least 3 sets of 5, warming into that working weight. You'll stay at the same weight across for all 3 sets. That 14th rep should be about the last rep you have before technical breakdown. If you've been doing this progression with us for the last couple weeks, we want to hit the same weight, or our goal is to hit the same weight this week on these 14s that we hit on our 10s 2 weeks ago and our 12s last week. Just some form reminders here. High elbows are important throughout the lift so we can keep that bar up on the shoulder shelf. Once we establish that good shoulder width stance, full foot or weight distributed evenly across the foot before we go. And then before we start, remember to lock that belly down, and then that chest is going to tilt just a little bit as those hips rock back. And then we keep that backside loaded up all the way down to the bottom. Tempo on these reps today, controlled on the way down, fast on the way up. As soon as you hit the top, right back down into your next rep. If you find yourself pausing at the top between reps, it means you've probably gone too heavy for these sets today. Breathing, try to get a breath in at the top. And on like the first half of the way down, I think it's best to hold throughout the bottom. And then as we're driving out of the bottom, breathing out on the top. This is unlike those heavy sets of 3s or 5s where maybe you're holding your breath throughout the rep. Keeping that consistent pace through all 14 reps, you're going to need some consistent in and out breathing. So in on the way down, holding a little bit in the bottom, but breathing out on the way up. Keep that consistent breathing pattern throughout. Handstand complex today, 8 box rocks, followed by a 10-second chest facing hold. You've got 4 rounds of that, so start with those box rock, or start with the handstand complex today before you do that first set of front squats. On those box rocks, trying to get our hips stacked over our hands, middle finger right outside the line of the shoulder, fingers wide, pointed straight forward. From here, we're going to go ahead and tuck our chin back towards the box, squeeze our belly tight, press through the ground as hard as we can, and then we're going to drive those armpits towards the box while we keep our belly tight and our hips high. Hold that in range of motion each time. Let that pressure come out over the wrist as you rock back forward, trying to open up that shoulder angle, open up that T-spine while keeping a tight core with that movement. From there, you'll walk up the wall, getting as close to the wall as you're comfortable with while still being able to hold a nice, tight, hollow position on these. Let's go ahead and look between the thumbs, because that's where we want to be once we eventually come off the wall for those handstands. 4 sets of our handstand complex, 3 sets of our front squats today. Rest about 90 seconds in between each movement. Good luck on your strength work, and we'll see you back soon for our Metcon.